Hello, everybody. This session, Export Management, is going to highlight on export trade procedure, documents used in foreign trade, and substantive documents. Learning objectives. Students will be able to analyze the principle of international business and strategies adopted by firms for exporting products globally. Session objectives. This session enables the students to know and learn about the export trade procedure and the documents used in foreign trade and substantive documents in the foreign trade. Export trade procedure. Export trade of any economy is governed by legal controls and therefore involves several commercial and regulatory procedures along with preparation of various documents. These documents are related to both commercial aspects of the export business and requirements of a regulatory nature. The following are the various procedures involved in an export operation at various phases of export. First one is obtaining importer exporter code numbers. It is the registration made by the export organization with licensing authority. To get this code number, an exporter has to make an application to licensing authority with different documents. The documents are detailed information about the firm, copy of the PAN, that is permanent SSC number, certificate form of the bank, copy of sales tax registration certificate, government fees, cert, and here second one is registration with Export Promotion Council. In order to avail various benefits like professional advice, export incentives, participation in international trade fairs and exhibitions, etc., an export firm has to get registered with an export promotion council. And the third step or the third procedure is inquiry. It is a request from the prospective importer and contains the full particulars of the goods required, time and method of delivery, etc. Usually, some amount of investigation about the financial position of the importer is to be made. Next, the fourth step is offer. The proposal submitted by the exporter to the prospective buyer, either in the form of a letter or quotation, is referred as offer. Usually, the offer will be in the form of a pro forma invoice. That pro forma will contain name and address of the buyer, brief description of goods, total price of the product, conditions of sale, and other factors qualifying it like validity, escalation clause, delivery schedule, inspection, payment terms, etc. Next, fifth procedure is confirmation of order. Consequently, it is the obligation of the exporter to confirm the order by sending his acceptance to the buyer. Then, next, sixth procedure is finance for exports. Various schemes and financial assistance are available to the export firm. So, through various schemes like packing credit, advances against export incentives, export credit, etc. Next, seventh one is procuring goods. After the confirmation of export order, the export firm has to ensure that the goods are procured on manufactured as per the specification of the importer. Next, eighth one is shipping and credit inquiry. Once the order is confirmed, the exporter has to make arrangement for booking of shipping space. Shipping is the popular method of dispatching goods by an exporter. Next, ninth procedure is appointment of clearing and forwarding agents. A cleaning and forwarding agent must be appointed by the export firm in order to look after the different shipping and customs formalities to load the goods on the board ship, securing bill of lading, etc. Next, 10th procedure is packing and marking. They should be properly packed and marked either by the exporter or by the packing agents. Packing and marking as per the specified standards recommended by authorities like the Bureau of Indian Standards. Sometimes even the shipping companies and customs authorities also issue packing instructions. Next, 11th procedure is pre-shipment inspection. Goods should be exported only after ensuring that they are of proper quality. Hence, government has introduced a compulsory pre-shipment inspection for selected export items to ensure that the goods are of high quality. Next, 12th procedure is customs formalities. Goods can be loaded on a ship by the exporter only when the customs authorities will give the formal approval. The exporter has to submit the export license and a set of shipping documents to the customs house. Next, 13th procedure exchange control formalities. It requires all the exporters to make a declaration that export value of the goods will be disposed as per the specifications of RBI, negotiate all shipping documents, receive payment, and surrender the foreign exchange to the exchange control authorities. Next, 14th one is marine insurance. It is covered by the Marine Insurance Act, which covers the loss or damage of the goods in transit. Hence, the exporter gets a marine insurance policy. The policy contains all the particulars of goods, name of the importer, conditions of the policy, the sum assured, etc. Next, 15th procedure is shipping the goods. Usually, goods will be exported to foreign markets by sea. For the movement of goods into the port, the permission of the port authorities has to be obtained. The shipping company loads the cargo only after the receipt of necessary documents like shipping bill. Next 16th one, realization of export procedure or proceeds. Once the goods have been dispatched, the exporter has to make arrangement to secure payments by submitting relevant documents to the bank. Next one is 17th one, receipt of export incentives. Exporter has to made necessary arrangements to receive various export incentives from the concerned authorities. Next, important documents in export trade. These are commercial and regulatory documents, documents related to goods, documents related to shipment, documents related to payment, inspection, and foreign exchange regulations. Export documents are mainly classified as sales documents, transport documents, and financial documents. Along with this, some auxiliary documents are important for the export procedure. That is, first one, commercial invoice. It's the document prepared by the exporter giving details of the goods shipped, destination, terms of sales, their brief description, etc. Next, second one, certificate of origin. It is a certificate which specifies the country of the production of goods. Next one is consular invoice. The main object of the consular invoice is to enable the authorities to assess import duty on the basis of value of goods. It's a document issued and signed by the consul of the importer's country residing in the exporter's country. Next document is customs invoice. Certain countries like USA and Canada need customs invoices. These are the forms supplied by the consular office of the respective imported country, and it should be duly filled and signed by the exporter. Next one is inspection certificate. It is needed under some contracts or by some countries. Next is packing list. It will contain the informations like description of goods, gross and net weight, measurements, etc. Next one is trust receipt. It's a receipt for goods executed by a person called trustee to the person or institution called entrustor. It is one of the most widely used forms of security in India. Next, last one is generated system of preference certificate. The Europe Union members have adopted a generalized system of preference towards developing countries like India. Under this system, countries will be entitled to a concessional rate of import duties when exporting to these countries. Along with these documents, other documents are also important. That is, first one, meat receipt. When the goods or cargo is loaded on board the ship, the captain of the ship or his assistant mate furnishes a document called mate receipt. It's a document certifying loading of the goods on board the ship and contains information such as name of the ship, date of the ship, brief description of the goods, the number of packages, the shipping mark, and date of issue. And the next one is shipping bill. It is the main document required by the customs authorities for the purpose of granting permission for shipment. Next one is bill of lading. It's a document issued by the shipping company to the exporter for the receipt of goods on board the ship. It's a document of title to goods and is a negotiable document. It entitles the importer to take the delivery of goods at his port. Thank you.